Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this one. As the video title says, I did try some street photography. Landscapes is normally the thing to inspire me and interest me. However, a couple of days ago, no, about a week ago now actually, my girlfriend had a planned hospital procedure, operation, necessity for her health, but it normally makes for a pretty awful week for both of us, more so for her, but then it's sort of chaos really. With all the respect and love in the world, it's not a great week. We just have to get through it. We have done before successfully as a couple, and yeah, it's really testing on the mind, and I just have to hand her over, literally just hand her over and just hope for the best. So I knew that I had at least a couple of hours, if not half a day, to immerse myself in something, to find a distraction. So that's what I did, following our early morning taxi ride into central London, into Paddington. I had my Canon 90D and the old nifty 50mm f1.8, great lens, fantastic lens. And yeah, let's see what I got up to. I'm going to roll some point of view style footage of me wandering around Paddington trying to get some street photography shots. We'll come back and we'll chat a little bit about what I thought of the day. So let's see what happened. Well, today I'm doing a bit of like street photography.
Okay.
I don't know, you don't have to say yes, but would you mind if I took your photographs?
Mine?
Yeah, like a portrait.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that, that's good, that's good. Let's see how that came out. No, that came out rubbish, sorry. I fucked up my camera settings, I don't know what the fuck I did. Okay, let's go. Excellent. What's your name, sir?
Adrian.
Adrian, I'm Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ben. Yeah. Right, so what did I think? Well, I know that it was the perfect distraction. It was just, yeah, the perfect distraction to stop my mind from wandering somewhere not that nice. Once again, photography has saved me, let's be honest. And having access to photography as a thing, as something I can do, I'm very grateful for. And the day started off with Adrian at his coffee stand when I was already flagging at 7:30 and needed coffee, needed caffeine. And yeah, a simple photograph, you could say, possibly, but it summed up the mood really well. Our brief little interaction. We'll probably never see each other again, but yeah, it was a perfect way to sum up our brief little chat. He went off and had his day. I hope he had a good day, Adrian. If you see this, I hope you had a good day. And I went off and had mine. So it was a perfect way to sum that up, I think. And following there, the conditions along Regent's Canal and that mist was just insane. I mean, photographer's dream. In particular, those shots are, like, I think really good. I'm really happy with how they came out. It's funny how I try street photography and my favourite photographs are of landscapes. Technically, it's landscape photography, but it was just too good to pass up with that mist. It was just amazing. I followed along Regent's Canal to Camden, and you may possibly have got the wrong idea from the time lapse and some of the video that you would have seen of me, you know, while I was walking around, that maybe Camden town was busy. It was not. I remember going there as a teenager. The market I'm talking about in particular, the market. There were still cars on the road, there were still people going to and from work. At that time, we were still in tier 2. We're now in tier 3 at the time of me recording this. So we were still in tier 2, non-essential shops could still open, and it was sort of a normal day. But Camden Market was just so quiet. I've never seen it that quiet. Admittedly, I haven't been there since I was a teenager, but it was just so quiet. At no point did I feel like I was going to be overwhelmed with a stampede of people, with a stampede of tourists, which I have witnessed before. But in a weird way, although my heart goes out to people who are trying to make a living from their stall at Camden Market, my heart goes out to them. But for what I was doing, it kind of helped me get these really intimate kind of portrait shots, which I know doesn't help, like I say, people that are trying to make a living from Camden Market. It doesn't help them, but it helped me get these really intimate portrait shots. And then from there, I went up to Primrose Hill. If you don't know Primrose Hill, it's obviously a hill. It's a unbelievable viewpoint of the London skyline. And the most obvious shot, if you've got a camera, is of course of the London skyline. The thing that I expected to be able to take a photograph of that. I did not expect though to have this just cool dude. It's the best way I could describe it. He just had this aura. I don't know how audible it was from the Osmo Action footage. It's an action camera after all, but he was playing this kind of bluesy sort of music, and it was just, what a cool dude. What a cool dude. He had this aura. It may sound a little bit melodramatic to some people, but he had this aura of just coolness. Just what a cool dude. Maybe he knew I was taking photographs of him. He didn't seem to mind, and I'm really pleased with how that one came out. So yeah, and the distraction was just perfect. It being immersed in my surroundings, it reminded me of the same feeling when I was in Peru in 2015, and that feeling of just just the best way I could describe it, the feeling of just literally immersing yourself in your surroundings, in what's going on around you. And the last time that I remember doing that, or that happening, was when I was in Peru, and being on the streets of Lima and Cusco. It sounds really dodgy, I promise you it's not, but being on the streets of Lima and Cusco all hours of the day and night, The camera was this awful bridge camera, Canon bridge camera, something like a 15 to 2 million zoom range or something. I didn't touch the video. Everything was in auto. You know, the aperture, the shutter speed, everything was all in auto. And the photographs are not that maybe amazing. They're not going to get on the cover of National Geographic or Time magazine, but they represent a really important time for me. And I remember that feeling of just immersing myself in my surroundings and being able to reconnect with that when I needed it most was really beneficial. It really did save me that day. So I'm really grateful to have access to photography as a hobby, as a thing. Yeah, I feel really, really grateful that it's there and it's something that I can just pick up the camera and do. So yeah, not my usual content. It's been a busy week. It's been a tough week, but I wanted to share it in some way with you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.